Cancer! Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me. I'm so excited to have all the Cancers here with me today, as well as the Cross Watchers. Today we are going to do a fun little spread for your monthly video. This is for June. Oh my god, it's June. How exciting! Happy early birthday to the Cancers, or happy birthday depending on when your birthday falls when you view this. So as always, these are general messages I'm throwing at you here today. That means not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Cancers, all the watchers out there. Please only take what resonates. Please only take messages away for your best and highest good, and toss out anything that doesn't serve you, that doesn't ring a bell, that doesn't resonate. Sometimes messages take a few weeks, take a few days, take a few months to click. If they do later down the line, fantastic. That means it was your message. And again, if they don't, you never need to force something to be your story. You guys know that. I know you know that. Okay. So for Cancer for the month of June, everything you need to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using, as well as the social media channels, how to check your birth chart. If you want additional messages, more clarity, check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Oh wow, you got way too many cards. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Nah, we can't take those, there's too many. Sorry. But that's optimistic that you got a lot of things coming in. Lots of messages coming your way. All right. Final messages for Cancer. What else can we get for Cancer? Okay. All right, so bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. I'll have to hold it here for the light. Beautiful card. So this talks about waiting for your ships to come in, right? Look at him. He's waiting for his ship to come in. The literal depiction. But the idea that you've essentially the Two of Wands, you've chosen a path, right? You've gone down that path. You're wanting to get to the Four of Wands, the stable foundation, the upward growth, the upward movement, right? You're in the in-between. You're at the Three. So you've made a little progress. You've chosen a path. You've taken a few steps down it, but it's almost like that looking back or checking the map of, hey, we're on the right track, right? Like there's going to be something ahead, right? That's what this card is to me. It's like the checking in, but waiting for some sort of confirmation or sign that you're on the right path, that you've chosen the right path. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you might be dealing with an Aries or someone of the fire brigade, if you will. So that's overall energy. We'll keep that in mind. So oh no, the center spread is the Three of Swords, the Three of Athames in this deck. So this is the Heartbreak card. Now the depiction is totally different here, right? So to me, this card talks about fear. And because, you know, the Three of Athames, it's typically the heart that has the three daggers stuck in it. This can talk about getting over pain of the past and moving forward to face your fears. It's like she's in front of this little hut, this house, right? It's a little bit dark, right? You know, there's only that little small lantern, and she's looking at the door, right? And to me, it's like there's something about whether or not she's going to go in, perhaps because of what she's feeling inside, right? Cancer, you're very intuitive. There's water there, right? The feelings are important. There may be some leftover feelings, I want to say, of a bad experience that has maybe given you pause. It's maybe knocked your confidence a little bit. It's made you intimidated to go after what you want, or you sense that there's going to be obstacles maybe before you even encounter them. For me, it's more of a card of hesitation than it is pain. And again, it might be rooted in pain, but in this depiction, it's like you've gotten up out of bed in the morning. You're not stuck in that anxiety, depression state. You know, you've gone out to get your groceries, and maybe this talks about a returning home, whatever home means to you, right? Now, it could literally be going to your childhood home, going home knowing that there's a partner there that maybe there's been some tiffs or some arguments with. But the idea of going home is returning to what makes you feel comfortable, returning to what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel happy, Cancer. And I mean, that's ultimately your card, the Chariot. The charioteer, the horses are driving us home, right, to a destination. So that's being clarified by the Knight of Wands. Very cool. So this is, well, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Specifically, it is a Libra card. And again, the Three talks about an imbalance in the mind specifically. So, and I'm not saying, oh my God, you're crazy. Please don't take it as that. But again, how I'm saying there's a hesitation to move forward. And it's something up here that's keeping you in fear or keeping you stuck. Being clarified by the Knight of Wands, that's very interesting energy. because this is hesitation, this is fear of going. The Knight of Wands doesn't have any of that in him. It does, that concept doesn't even exist for the Knight of Wands. This is wand energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. One of the fastest moving knights in the deck, who acts on impulse, who acts on desire, who has that spark, that flame burning inside of them. It's Sagittarian energy. So they are seekers. They go out in the world because they want new experiences. They have, you know, knights are sometimes, we call them teenagers, because there is that immature energy, but there's something very excited and throw caution to the wind, if you will. They go forward because they go where the fire is. They go with whatever lights up their eye in the distance. They go with what excites them. So very different cards. Hesitation, holding back versus moving forward, charging forward fast, you know, sunny, happy, excitement, dark, fearful, anxiety potentially, right? It's literally, I mean, it's air here, but because this is you, Cancer, and there's water, it's fire and water, sort of, I'm getting. And I've only been doing one card here, but yours came out with two, and it's this opposing dynamic. So there may be something you really want to chase after. It's like your heart tells you that it's just down the road. There's sunshine right there. And I think there is, just by the way. But there's the other side of you, Gemini season, right? The twins, the duality. There's another side of you that is saying, I don't know if I deserve this. This relationships are never good for me. I don't know if this person's going to treat me well, or whatever that is. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can do this job. I don't know if I have the skills. I don't know if I have the talent. I don't know if I should, I don't know if I should chase my dreams. It's fear. It's fear. And again, it's rooted in heartbreak or pain or sadness from the past. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold, so sorry for the Rudolph nose if it's red and the coughing. Please bear with me. Energetically, I'm fine. I wanted to do this for you, Cancer, so apologies for the coughing. So in your past, we have the Eight of Chalices. Very cool. I like this for you. This is typically a card of moving on, because emotionally, the 8 cups that are here, essentially, right? Maybe in the past, they were quite fulfilling for you, Cancer, but they no longer are. They're okay. You know, they've been a solid, steady foundation for you, but you've reached a point now where, see how he's doing the assessment, which is sometimes an 8 mode. The number 8 in tarots, they liberate us. They liberate us from restriction, if you will. The 8 of Swords, it's the mental entrapment. Here, it's almost emotional entrapment. I think that's a weird way of phrasing it, but it's basically the 8 of Cups is saying that wherever you're at currently, you're not going for your 9 of Cups. Your 9 of Cups is your dream come true, your wish fulfillment, everything you desire. When you're at the 8, it's like you're restricting yourself from the possibilities. And that very much reminds me of your career spread, Cancer. There's an idea of going after everything you want because there's even more in store for you than you know. Here, he hasn't quite left, right? And in some ways, this is a comfort zone, right? You know, he knows that he's been there for whatever, 8 years, for 8 weeks, for whatever that means to you. There's emotional comfort here in that it's familiar, but it's not emotionally satisfying anymore. This could absolutely be an 8-year relationship, right? You guys have known each other. It's the only thing you know, and yet there's part of you when you go home at the end of the day. This sounds so harsh for all the cross watchers. Maybe there's part of you that's wondering, is this really my person? Do I need to chase my passion elsewhere because that's what my heart is calling me to do? So this is coming up in the past. So maybe some of you have made that realization, that recognition that I want more, this isn't enough for me. And this could be a lot of things. This doesn't have to be the splitting up of a relationship. This could just be making a positive change in your life to really go after what it is that you want, to go on that horse and chase after your dreams, right? So this is the past, right? But you could be coming into this energy too. This could be the recent past, you know. Again, it's energy. There's no fixed stop and start date, but take only what resonates. What is Cancer walking away from? What is this comfort zone about? Oh, too many cards. The bottom one wanted to come out though. This one? Okay. The 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's progression here. 7 of Cups talks about illusion, especially here. It can sometimes be confusion. It can be too many options, of not being certain which cup essentially is going to offer you emotional fulfillment. And there's so much I see in this card. There's a relationship happening here, right? Now, for some of you, it's going to be romantic. For some of you, it could be symbolic of a career, of a work relationship, right? And it's like this person has been through the ringer. There's something about the illusion of how it was supposed to be, or how you thought it would look versus how it really does. And I see some daggers, I see some swords in there, so this could be a relationship that went awry. Again, 3 of Swords is the card of heartbreak, of sorrow. Spilled water, spilled cups. But to me, it's whatever it is for you, it's actually quite optimistic because you're making progress, Cancer. You're going from 7 to 8 to 9, which is your dreams, your wishes, making your wishes come true, going after them, taking that action. Yeah, very cool. So your challenge or obstacle is the King of Swords, the King of the Thames in this deck. This is the Aquarius card. The King of Logic, the King of Reason, the King of Truth, analysis, data, the cold, hard facts, right? He doesn't think with his heart, but he's a king, potentially the highest king there is, depending on how we look at it. His words can be a weapon, though. He can spin off the harsh truth and doesn't really care about how it lands, because again, it's based in it's just the truth. It's the facts, and they need to be said. He's great at communicating. But for you, Cancer, this can be a difficult energy because you are a water sign and you are a very emotional water sign, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful quality. But so what I'm saying is the absolute stone cold hard facts, if you will, that's always going to be digested with your emotions. It's very hard to separate the two because that's how you think. You think with your emotions. And that's why you are not the King of Swords. You were the King of Cups. Technically, you're the Queen of Cups. But interesting. Okay, so the challenge or focus. So this might be a guidance to you to not be stuck in your feelings. It's almost like this might be a push to realize that going after your dreams of what's going to make you feel the best, while it may be intimidating, there's something scary about it. There's something, you may be questioning your confidence. There's a need to recognize the truth, the cold hard facts, if you will, that you do deserve everything that you desire, Cancer. This might have to do with speaking your truth. I say that because this king has lots of documents and letters in front of him. So a couple things I get from this is like the idea of communicating how you feel. Because again, that feeling is so tied into your truth. Especially if there's something you need to express to somebody that you haven't. That could absolutely be the case here. Again, if there's a relationship and it's, you know, maybe you still love this person, but they're not the love of your life. Does that make sense? Whether you're saying it in a letter or face to face, I'm not guiding this per se. I'm just telling you some things that are coming up here. There might be a need to communicate that to the right person in the right way, right? However, whatever that is for you. This could also be if you're going after something career-wise that is a challenge or in a new department, a new field. This could be symbolic of submitting the resume, submitting the like the CV, again, like the documents, the cold hard facts of your what you can put on paper or your skills and talents. It could be sending your, I don't know, your demo reel, your whatever work you're interested in, right? Submitting it to the king, and this could be the idea of who's looking at your work, who's making the judgment call on what you're passing in. It's coming up as the challenge or focus here. So being clarified by the Two of Cups, okay. Choosing who or what you love. Cups, again, are emotions, the idea of exchanging cups. This is the Cancer, or is it Venus and Cancer card? So one of your cards, Cancer, there's a great love for either, it's a great love for whatever you're going after for the next step, because it's a challenge. And that makes sense. Sometimes going after what we love, what we desire, what we know we deserve, our dreams come true, if you will, we would have them already if it was easy. So naturally, sometimes that going after that love can involve getting over some heavy heartbreak, some heavy fear, some anxiety, some worry, some confidence boosting Cancer, right? I mean, no shade, but Cancers aren't always the most confident, right? So there might be, that could be what this is, that boost of confidence. The king doesn't lack confidence, especially the King of Swords. Again, his truth is the truth, because he believes it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks. He knows he's the King of Swords. He's the king of truth, logic, justice, clarity. His sword, right, it channels messages from above. He knows. This has to do with, again, submitting a resume to that job you love, choosing what you love, or communicating to that. I don't know, for some of you, if there's a past relationship that didn't work out, it fizzled, and maybe it's because you in your heart, you know you're destined to be with someone else, this could absolutely be that communication of telling one or both people how you feel. Hey, this isn't working for me, versus, hey, I can't stop thinking about you and I want to try this, and like, you know, it never got off the ground, but whatever that is for you, right? This could be communication to multiple people, but it's based in your love, your emotions, choosing what you love, who or what you want to metaphorically exchange cups with, okay? Also clarifying, wow, the King of Thames is the 10 of Wands. Heavy burdens that you've been carrying on your back for potentially years. 10 is a long time. So if it hasn't been some sort of burden you've been carrying in your life, Cancer, that has been many years, it's something that has added up quickly to the point where you're breaking your back trying to do the work, trying to fix the relationship that just won't stick. There's a need to release and set yourself free. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs. Again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, water signs. I do see this as almost healing. Like, this is obviously the lighter, more obviously romantic, again, choosing what you love energy, leaving something in the past, choosing to put down the baggage that's been holding you back, working your way through the obstacles. Do you see how it almost looks like an obstacle course for this person? They're trying like hell to get through and just make it to the other side, to kiss their prince, to kiss their princess, right? This is a card of Sagittarius. Yeah, maybe you're going after another Cancer. It's possible. This could also stand for self-love. I mean, I know everybody kind of cringes when they hear that, but it's true. Choosing what you love is an act of loving yourself by realizing that, again, you deserve everything that you desire. You should absolutely go after it, you know? In that, I always want to say, you have one life to live. What are you going to do with it? I don't know if I actually believe that. We may have several lives to live, but why not make the absolute best of each and every one of them, right? This could be getting honest with yourself about what it is that you really want. Balancing the emotions and again, kind of like the cold hard facts of, why are you holding on to this, Cancer? If it's not serving you, if you don't want this, if this relationship, if this job, if this whatever is a burden to you, there's no excitement, there's no fun, there's no love in it anymore, cut it out. Cut it out of your life. He has a sword for a reason. He's fought many battles. He knows how to use that thing, right? You have the power as the king of your life, Cancer, to cut this shit out and go for what you love. Now, because that's coming up as your challenge, that's going to be difficult for you. And it doesn't have to be. But again, you know, knowing Cancerian energy, that makes a lot of sense. Investing, again, love in yourself to go after what you want. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. So what's going to be of help to you this month? Wow, I love this card. The 9 of Cups. So what were we saying about progression? We go from 7 to 8. Let me put it the right way. To 9. Beautiful. Cancer, going after your 9 of Cups, your dreams coming true, your wish fulfillment, what you desire, how you picture and feel your perfect scenario looking like, the life you want to live. That's imagining that, like she's got a crystal ball, right? Looking into the future and really analyzing, what does my best life feel like to me? How do I want to attract that into my life? If I could write it all down on a piece of paper, my dream scenario, What would that look like? Envisioning that is going to be of help to you this month, Cancer. And that's what we call manifesting in tarot, right? That's a weird word. It's hard to wrap your head around if you don't really understand what it means. It's manifesting. That's what this card is. What does my future look like? She's got fire behind her, right? What fills my heart with passion? What's going to keep me warm? She's a fortune teller, right? This card is so great. I love it. She's got her cups lined up there, right? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of things in this world that could make her happy. But in order to get there, she needs to release some of this baggage, some toxic energy it's stopping her on her journey, right? You guys are the Chariot. You are forward movement incarnate. You need to move forward. But that being said, you're the crab. Crab sidestep, right? And I love that dynamic for Cancer, because it's not that you're giving up, and it's not necessarily that you like to dodge things. It's that you need the perspective, you need the clarity to move forward. So forward movement for Cancer, it doesn't happen simultaneously. There is a lot of weighing out the options, of understanding, should I drop these burdens? Should I keep some of them? Is it worth going after what I love? There's a lot of balancing of the scales, if you will, with Cancer, and they sidestep. Crabs go from side to side. And I kind of love that. The help that's available to you is choosing what you love and going after it. Let's clarify that. That's so optimistic though, Cancer, because there's progression, as we talked about, 7, 8, 9. And what the heart of your spread was, should I stay with what isn't serving me, what's giving me anxiety or fear, or should I move forward passionately to what my heart is calling me to do? Move forward passionately. Plan it out maybe, right? Get a game plan together. Think of what's inside of these cups. And when I say that, I'm talking about what emotions are there, who's in your life, what is in your life, what is your career, do you want to have kids, what do you want, what is your ideal scenario? What can we get to clarify this 9 of Cups for Cancer? Clarify the 9 of Cups for Cancer, please, for the month of June. So clarifying the 9 of Cups is the 9 of Swords. Oh no, Cancer. So 2 9s, interesting. 9s are good though. They are the end of cycles, right? You're very close to happiness once you decide to go after your wish fulfillment, but choosing to go after your wish fulfillment is giving you some anxiety. This is the card of severe anxiety, things that potentially keep you up in the middle of the night. So again, there's something restricting you from going after your dream come true. You may feel like you have responsibility to someone else, potentially, to a company that you've been with for many years. Maybe you feel like, what's the word? Like you owe them your loyalty or something. But by giving something or somebody else your loyalty, you're sacrificing your own dreams and happiness. Not cool, Cancer. Like, you gotta do you, boo. You know? You're fearful to leave something behind. It's weird because you're fearful of leaving something behind because you're worried that you're going to get hurt. I don't know if I totally understand that, but that's one of the messages coming out here. You feel that leaving something behind, it's like you're holding it together. It's like you're the savior of this relationship, or maybe in this job, people are so reliant on you, and you're worried that if you leave, it's going to crumble. And maybe you don't want the guilt, Cancer. I mean, you are that motherly, maternal, figure in the zodiac, the mom. You do like to help people, to fix things, because you have such a big, beautiful heart. But again, it's to your own demise if you stay, if you settle. This can be a card of settling. Like, these cards are okay, or the cups, I'm sorry. If these cups are okay, these crops they're good enough, I guess I'll stay here. But think about what could have been, right? Think about all the things that you always envisioned yourself doing, the vacations you want to go on, that beautiful sports car you've always dreamed you'd have in your driveway. It doesn't have to be material things, right? Whatever is important to you. Starting your own business, being independent and not relying on anybody else for money. Or for love, right? Getting out of toxic relationships and standing on your own 2 feet and feeling like a mother effing badass because of it, right? There's something about going after that is giving you severe anxiety, But because this is coming up in your help section, what's going to be helpful to you, I see this as recognizing perhaps maybe toxic patterns. Why do you keep doing this? What is this fear? Again, we were saying fear and anxiety here. You literally got the fear and anxiety card. What is the root cause of this fear, Cancer? What is holding you back? What is restraining you from going after your wish fulfillment, from looking into the future and seeing with clarity what you want your life to become? The help here is understanding the difference of settling versus, you know, your dream scenario. And maybe it'll be somewhere in between, right? But why not shoot for the stars? You have nothing stopping you except whatever this is, which isn't real, by the way. This is sword energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Swords are the mind. They're thoughts. Your thoughts are what's giving you anxiety. It's not the physical action of doing it. It's the mere idea of doing it. So it's like you're not even getting one foot out the door, metaphorically, because, again, you're afraid these swords are going to fall and stab you in the back or this and that. Maybe you're worried about someone who isn't going to be happy that they're going to stab you in the back. I don't usually get that, but with this card, understand what's giving you anxiety about going after your dream. Because it means a lot to you. It's potentially keeping you up at night, not going after this dream or staying stuck. There's a need to release that. So what is your guidance or advice, Cancer? It's the Page of Wands. Oh, I love this card. So younger energies, pages, the starting of a new, it's not totally brand new, right? But younger energy. So this is symbolic of you, Cancer, starting down a new path. Wands can be our career, but they can also be just what inspires us. It's getting your magic back, right? We think witches and wizards, they hold wands. It's like you're finally coming into your power. You're young, right? So this is a new career endeavor. This could be a new relationship. This could be a new journey of self-discovery, finding out what makes your heart sing. And again, something about travel here. Yeah, it's like, again, how we were saying, manifesting too. It's not only the idea, that spark of the inception, realizing you've had the tools in front of you all along, you just had to use them. It's like this little boy finally decided to pick up his wand and see what it would be like to start using his magic. And holy shit, there's sparks coming out. Look at him, he's magical, he's creating magic. That's you, Cancer. Cancers are magical. I love Cancers. And he's still testing the waters. There's a little bit of fear, but he's doing it anyway. Do you know what I mean? He's not really certain what he's doing, but he's trying it, and that's so important here. As we were saying, the mind, you're not even taking the action to do it because you're so riddled with anxiety about how to go about it or how to leave something behind. There's a need to just jump in and do it with wands. Wands talk about action. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, that came right out. Ooh, you got a lot of clarifiers. Wow, okay, so being clarified by, first of all, the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, really a Scorpio card. The King of Love, the King of Happiness, the King of Kindness, the King of having a big heart, the King of choosing who or what you love. Water energy, let the water flow, let the emotions out, speak your truth, choose to love yourself. And I mean, this is a Scorpio card, but he wears a crab on his shirt, right? There's strong Cancerian energy in this card. Also being clarified by the Lovers. So similar to the Two of Cups, who do you want to exchange cups with? Who do you want to invest your love with, right? Whether it's a person or a thing, you got to double clarify here, the Lovers. This is the card of Gemini, so you might be working with a Gemini, you might fall in love with a Gemini. But it's who you choose to love. They're not the thinkers. They're the lovers. Cups. The dreams come true, potentially. This could mean a lot of things. This could be a beautiful new romance is coming for you, Cancer. This could be reconnecting with an old flame. This could be finding that career that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside that you literally fall in love with. You wake up every day and you want to get out of bed to go to work. This could be a lot of things. This could be that beautiful house you've always wanted. It's something you love dearly because the energy matches yours. That's what's important here. Frequently a card of partnership, okay? I'm not going to sweep it under the rug. It could absolutely be romantic partnership. But what's going to bring that in, Cancer, is having that beautiful spark that is true to yourself. Your light, your spark, your happiness, your love of self, it's going to attract that right back, and you're going to find a good partner who's on the same page as you. It's not going to be someone who is stuck in a toxic energy or a toxic cycle who is, I don't know, abusive or addictive or codependent or just not good to you, Cancer. You're going to attract the love you deserve. That's what this is. By using your magic, and it comes naturally to you. It's like you almost don't even have to try. It bursts right out the minute you pick up your wand. Also being clarified by Temperance. So balancing the heart and the head. This can also be healing, a lot of healing work. This is the love angel, symbolically in the tarot, Michael. The archangel Michael is what's depicted. She has her toe in the pool of intuition. She's in tune with her emotions. And Cancer, you are one of the most intuitive signs. It's understanding your emotions, channeling that clarity to help you make decisions, wise decisions, tapping into your own love, and yeah. And here she holds 2 cups. The water flows back and forth between 2 cups. Symbolically, it's the blending of fire and water. And we said that earlier, right? It's balancing these, here it's sadder emotions, right? Something restraining you or holding you back versus channeling that fire and passion that makes you want to leap forward and chase after your goals. There's a merging of the two. Ultimately, this is something that has or will or had already happened. It's about embracing it, right? You can't change the past. There are lessons we can learn. Again, it's sword energy here, ideas, thoughts, lessons. There's lessons we can learn from our difficult times, from our sorrow, from our heartbreak, our things that test our spirit. And then we can overcome them, right? We can acknowledge them. We can choose to understand that there's always room for forward movement, for chasing after the things we love. Our dreams come true. Our wish fulfillment, balancing fire and water, good times and bad times, darker and light energy. But this is such a beautiful card. I love this for you, Cancer. So card of Gemini, card of Sagittarius, card of Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag. You actually don't have any earth signs here, do you? So not to say that you couldn't be dealing with an earth sign, but so much of this focus is about you and choosing to love yourself and go after what you want, Cancer. It's all really inspiring. I think your biggest thing is there is, again, that Scorpio full moon. What needs to transform? What needs to be released? Where was your card? This definitely needs to be released. Whatever this is for you, right? So it's going to be a little different for everybody, but something that has been a burden, potentially over a long period of time, that caused, that there was some illusion, or I want to say toxic. There was something toxic about it, mostly because leaving it behind is giving you fear and anxiety. It could be a person maybe who again spoke their truth that wasn't the truth, but they spoke their truth about you're not good enough, you're not going to make it, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not talented enough, whatever that is. Leaving it behind is giving you anxiety, fear-based anxiety. You got to cut that shit out. Cut it out. So underlying energy was that waiting for your ships to come in, that sword energy. It has something to do with this. It's like you've chosen a path to go down, maybe to get those ships to come in, to see some sort of result of the work you're doing potentially on yourself or towards that career or towards that romantic partnership. Let your light out. Like, pick up the wand and start making some magic. And I know that's a little bit obscure, but there's something really important to this card for you, Cancer. Your magic. You're going, again, how I was saying, you're going to attract the right people whose flame matches yours. Maybe you'll meet your twin flame, potentially. All right, Cancer, let's pull you an oracle card and wrap it up. This has been a long video. Sorry, guys. But the messages were there. They wanted to come out. Let's do one oracle card for our Cancers. What can we pull for our Cancers to go along with this with this lovely spread? Got a couple here. Let's take the one that fell on the floor, because that one shot out. This one says celebration. Pretty. Celebrate you, Cancer. Celebrate this new path that you've gone down. Celebrate all the good things in life that you've transformed. Butterflies are always a symbol of transformation. The caterpillar to the cocoon to the chrysalis to the butterfly. There's change, and maybe it's going to come in threes, right? You have 3 butterflies. You had the, where is it? Oh no, I lost it. The 3 of wands waiting for your ships to come in. You had the 3 of Athames, heartbreak, sorrow. But I see this as transforming into this. It's lighthearted, it's beautiful. Don't you want to feel like that, Cancer? You're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate all the hard work. All right, Cancer. That's what I got for you this month. Happy June. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. Please do like, share, subscribe. Hit the wiggly bell somewhere down here if you want notifications when I post, and I will see you guys very soon. All the best to you, Cancers. Bye.